Hello again, and thank you for listening to another episode of Where Is This Going? I'm your host, Hunter Miles. This is a podcast giving local artists a platform to get their art out to you because you probably wouldn't know them otherwise, especially since all the live shows are shut down. So this week we have another great conversation, really fun conversation with a good friend that I've really gotten to know over the past year, Chris Coble of Weakerton from Grand Rapids. Chris is a guitarist as well as vocalist, songwriter, etc. Super fun guy, super fun conversation. I'm sorry this episode is late. Life happens. What can I say? You guys know the drill. But we also did have some technical difficulties with this episode. So if you're watching it on YouTube, you will see that the video cuts out towards the end, but all the audio is still there throughout the whole thing. Sorry about it, but what can I say? Life happens. Thank you guys for joining us and enjoy the conversation with Chris Coble.
Nothing. I'm not doing anything in the bag. Is this good? Is this good?
Is this good? Hello?
Fuck, I feel like I'm about to be courted.
I don't know.
Are you gonna fuck me?
Not here.
Okay, not right now.
Yeah.
How do my shorts look? Are they short enough?
I think just a little bit too long, but
Perfect.
sorry, Alex brought in the short shorts so we could get like a full gambit of short game.
Yeah.
Because I got the long shorts, but they ride up, while I'm sitting.
Yeah, I get it. The problem that I have, I don't believe that anyone has object permanence, so I am.
I think it's permanence.
What? Fuck you.
Okay.
All right. Hey, we'll get it in post. It's all right. Take the hostility out of there. I just think that, if people can't see my thighs, then they won't know how good of thighs I have.
I understand, but okay, so if you deny object permanence, then that would mean
I think it's permanence, but
all right, agree to disagree. But that would mean then that they would have to see your thighs at all times, which I guess would make sense for your theory.
it's kind of what I'm going for.
Yep. Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hey. Hey, everybody.
Hello.
This is the Where Is This Going? The podcast. I am your host, Hunter Miles, for what it's worth, and this podcast is to give a platform and expose, not in a sexual way.
Maybe.
You know what? I'll let you be the judge. Local artists of every medium, whether it be visual art, musical art.
Taste.
Like a cook or something.
Chef is what I prefer. I don't cook, but
What about bakers?
no, bakers aren't artists. Everyone knows that.
A baker and a chef and a cook.
Fuck, marry, kill? Is that what this is?
Yes. Fuck, marry, kill, baker, chef, cook. Go.
Fuck a chef because they know what they're doing in there. Marry a baker because it's like science and they can get that to last forever. Kill a cook because that's me and that's kind of what I've been trying to do lately.
Kill a cook?
Yeah.
Or kill yourself?
Give or take.
So, I'm not sure I subscribe to that school of thought.
Fair. I don't think I do either.
I personally would marry the chef since they know what they're doing. Idiot.
Yeah, that's my bad.
I'd fuck the cook because there's kiss the cook, and I just want to go one step further.
Man, did they make that apron?
I'm looking for it.
Oh, it's on my
And
Amazon
then
cart.
I'd kill the baker because no one should have their own number named after them.
Yeah, that's really selfish of them.
Yeah, baker's dozen.
We need to give, especially with, Black Lives Matter movement and everything, we
Amen.
need to get, when are we going to have, a Black Lives dozen?
I think we should have a pitmaster's dozen. Pitmaster being the barbecue pit
Yes.
master? Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
A pitmaster's half dozen,
Okay.
which is like 8 wings.
Fuck, that's a weird number to throw in there. It's not even like a dozen. We're not even going
That's
by
why I
the
said
metric.
a half dozen.
Okay, so it's 16,
What?
right? Because
No, okay, but a dozen. Well, yeah, that would be the half. That would be the dozen for the pitmaster. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Because a baker's dozen is 13, right?
Sure.
I believe.
Yeah, okay. It could be. Probably is.
Or is it 11?
You tell me.
But I know it's not actually 12.
You're the one that's killing a baker, so we're not going to have this information after this. So you better be goddamn sure.
You're right. I got to be positive. Or maybe I just need to milk this information before milking. Then it sounds like I'm fucking the baker.
I mean, you can fucking then kill like a praying mantis, right?
Do you think they... Oh, yeah, because they kill when orgasming.
Do they?
I believe so.
Fuck. What a life, huh?
What a life to live. But what a way to go.
It sounds... I mean, best of both worlds.
Sounds artistic.
I'm gonna walk that back. Actually, I don't condone fucking and then killing. I feel like that's a harsh stance to take.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an odd hill to die on or fuck on. Anyways, I'm here with Chris Coble.
Hi.
Everybody.
I've been talking a lot for not being introduced. Sorry.
Chris is a known guitar player, musician, writer,
Sure,
lyricist,
yeah.
vocalist, and also Chris, it's come to my attention that around your friend group you've been known to steal jokes in the form of just saying them louder for everyone else to hear. This has been called Cobling.
Yes.
Your name has become infamous in your friend group. How would you like to respond?
I like to say that more famous than infamous, just because it's always done as an homage to me. Whenever I'm not there, people will say the same jokes louder. And also stealing, I repurpose. I'm like an Etsy shop.
Yeah, I'm not so much Mencia. I'm more Etsia.
Etsia.
Yes,
Fuck, that's good.
Carlos Etsia.
God, can we print this on vinyl? Because this is already going extraordinarily well.
I just want to see it on a shirt.
I'm glad. Fuck, get me that apron instead.
Give me that apron. Yeah, I know I've been cobled before by my girlfriend.
Yes.
Who is your friend?
Yes.
And you guys made music together or whatever.
Sound jealous, but all right.
Yeah, it's weird. But you sound jealous. No, that was me trying to get into your background as a musician.
I'm sure I keep on squashing your intro, and I'm so sorry.
Oh, not at all. I don't have any real formation here.
It's going well.
Oh, I'm glad.
Keep it up.
So this is stupid. Where did you learn to music?
Where did I learn to music? Well, I've heard of music before.
Right.
Before I started to music myself.
Okay.
I listened to a lot of, I was in high school. I had, I guess what you would call like generic taste. Like everyone talks about
like Green Day, were you?
Not even like classic rock.
Okay, I mean that's better.
Yeah, I guess in the circle of friends that I've been around, and
it was more cultured to be into classic rock.
It's an interesting word to use, cultured, when you talk about classic rock.
Yeah, I know, but I think you were seen as more an appreciator of the art of music.
Yeah.
If you were into the older things at that time.
I suppose, yeah, because that is where like I wanted to learn how to play guitar and all that. Whenever I hear people talk about their favorite bands now,
right,
and people are like, "What did you listen to in high school?" I'm just like, I don't know, really. You know, it just felt like I listened to a lot of things that were just around at the time until I actually learned that good music exists later on in life. And then I was like, I want to make that good music, which is entirely subjective. Some say pretentious. But
but
I say it.
I say you don't make music at all.
Okay. Hot take. Okay.
Hot take coming. What you make is shit.
Cool.
No.
Love this interview. All right, I'm out.
This is so far. This is the best interview I've had.
I'm killing it. So are you. You're just going great.
But so when did you start playing? Was guitar your first instrument?
Yeah, I started playing in, I think freshman year of high school, and that was fucking a million years ago. I turned 27 tonight.
Yeah, I was just gonna say tomorrow's your birthday, Chrissy Poo.
It is the big old 27. Nothing. I can be president now, though, right?
Not yet, but
okay.
You can probably have a disease. The mental sorts that believes you can be president.
I can probably also have like colon disease. I think this is the threshold.
Yeah,
that
I think
pass,
27,
where your body starts to fuck you over. Yeah.
There's a club though that you can.
Excited for this.
Yeah, I mean, if you're an artist, it's a pretty exclusive club, but they only allow you in. I'd say you got about 8 months time.
Yeah, you're right. I think, the thing about that particular club is that you need to be famous. So luckily, I think I'm
Right, but no, that's why you're here on the day before your 27th birthday.
Shit.
This
is the
what's
Doomsday Clock.
platforming you to that fame to be able to join the club.
Fuck, I
I
can't
did
wait
this
to.
for you.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. This is the Doomsday Clock. This is the inciting incident that will end in my death. If this was a Coen Brothers movie, this would be the first opening crawl.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Thank you.
You guys want to write this? This would be a good.
Oh yeah, I forgot that it's recording. No. Oh god, I should
geez,
probably stick my neck
thighs.
out. Jesus Christ. Oh god.
So you started playing in high school, not really knowing what you were playing, or what compelled you to start playing guitar?
I was very lonely, and
I could see it.
Yeah, thank you. I was a late bloomer, as they call. I didn't even have my first kiss until I was 18.
Ooh.
So I was just like, maybe this'll do it.
Maybe guitar.
It was a gambit, but
Yeah.
I picked it up quickly, and I just. My MO is I hang out and I play video games and I play guitar, and I ended up becoming at least adequate, I like to think.
At all of those things?
Just video games.
Just
Shit
video
guitarist.
games.
But
Shit guitar, and I'm not that great at hanging out
no,
either.
hanging out is one of my weaker things, honestly.
Just being there, not my bag, baby.
No, that's not it.
Well, I'm glad, and I'd like to say that you are a decent guitar player.
Thank you.
I was gonna say hanger outer.
I like to think so. I don't know.
You're pretty fun to hang out with.
It depends.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah.
So you start playing guitar in high school, early high school. Were you in any high school bands?
I was.
That's a common thread here.
Yeah.
People are in high school bands.
Of course, it was a cover band because.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, the people I hang out with are actual musicians. They
fuck.
They were writing originals.
This is some hostility right away. All right.
I'm kidding.
I know. No, it was a cover band because I couldn't, I guess. I don't know.
No, some people don't don't realize that they can.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
I can just write my own songs. But what about all these songs that are out there? I'll just do that.
That's pretty much what I was doing. And I didn't even start writing until 6 years into playing guitar, and I never sang in front of people. I've got kind of an odd singing voice.
You have a really great singing voice.
Thank you. I really
that
appreciate
one's
that.
There's no, I can't even put a joke behind that. It kind of sounds like, no, I can't.
Do it. Fucking do it. What are you gonna
It
say?
was gonna be something with a cat, but I ain't got. I don't have much.
I fucks with cats.
You know, it's if a cat sang pop punk music, I think it'd be pretty spot on.
I'm trying to come up with a pun for that, but honestly, my clever bag of tricks didn't really prepare me for this one.
I had nothing but said pet punk.
Yeah, punk goes meow. No, that's
Punk
bullshit.
goes meow.
Cut that.
Cut it. Well, take care of it in post. But so 6 years after. So what? When you're 20, 21?
Yeah, I'd say that's around,
Right.
give or take. Maybe 19, 20, somewhere in there.
Wait, what did you cover though in your cover bands?
Boy, a lot of Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hey,
That was.
you sound ashamed of that?
As I know, I'm talking to someone that has a Red Hot Chili Peppers tattoo, so it's hard for me to pull my punches on this one. But it's not a band that I've really grown to respect in hindsight, mostly because the misogyny.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say
And also the music.
I was just gonna say you can't super grow to love them in hindsight because they haven't made any new things to where you could be no, I actually I
Right.
love their sound, but then that wouldn't be hindsight. That would still be.
I will say that I do have enough of an opinion about the band to know that John Frusciante is coming back, and I was like, that's pretty cool because I always liked him as a guitarist.
I'll appreciate that.
Yeah, despite whether or not he may be a terrible person.
Who knows?
A lot of people probably, but
Well, yeah. Okay. Fair.
but yeah, I guess that's my take on Red Hot Chili Peppers. I'm glad that you brought me out here so I can answer that. But it was a lot of Chili
Glad that
Peppers.
You brought me out here for this Red Hot Chili Pepper steak.
Wow, you're slinging red hot. Welcome back.
Oh, I knew you were waiting for this one.
Other than that, a lot of classic rock and
Yeah.
nothing incredibly inspired, which is why I have a bit of a bizarre, I guess, style. I mean, that makes it sound like I think highly of myself, and that's
Not even when you say bizarre. I want you to know bizarre is never usually a compliment.
okay. Fair enough. I always say, like call myself or my friends like weird, and then my parents are always like, "Don't say that," and I'm like, "No, I mean it's like a good thing.
Like a good weird.
It's interesting, at least."
Maybe that's the word you should try using first.
Fuck, you're right. Man, I've really been presenting myself wrong all this time.
Just to your parents.
Well, they already know.
just to the people who know you like the best.
Yeah, sure.
Or seemingly.
Yeah. I put on a facade.
So was your cover? You didn't play in that cover band for 6 years,
No, I didn't. It was actually with Alex Yeomans,
Right.
who is the drummer for Mick Weakerton,
right?
my current band.
Your current band. We're gonna get to that. If you would just
I'm
hold
sorry,
on, I
I'm
got a
ju-
show to run here. I'm sorry,
I'm not gonna step on
but
your.
so anyway, anywho, I'm probably gonna cut that.
That's fair. Good call.
Fair enough. So after your cover band with Alex, who is in your current band,
Yes.
Mick Weakerton,
Yes.
who I when I went to your guys' space yesterday, I saw the beautiful poster up in the corner.
More of a tapestry, but yes.
Oh, really? It's a tapestry. It's about.
I mean, but it's fabric. What do you call a fabric poster?
It didn't look fabric. It looked like it was like what would you, I think a vinyl like
Oh, it's fabric, all right. I'm full of surprises, baby.
I'm full of surprises,
Buckle up.
baby. When it's from afar, you can't tell the real fabric. But
You got to touch it.
yeah, that then I would know.
Like
All
with
right.
like with all posters. I was going to say with all things, but that is entirely not true.
Yep, and that's actually usually a felony. So after now we keep getting caught up. All right,
Sorry.
so we'll just skip ahead to you're in your 20s.
I am late 20s.
Well,
some
now
say.
you are.
Yes.
But we'll skip ahead to the first time you started writing as that's what I want to know. Like how did
You know, you don't really know what kind of music you're going to make until you start writing. That's something that is really interesting that I never really hear a lot of people talk about. Like, you have an idea for what you want to make, and then
Right.
you're like, I'm going to write a song like the Red Hot Chili Peppers. And you do that, and it's like, well, this is horse shit.
Right.
So that's clearly
I'm
not
not
it.
the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
As it turns out,
I do not have the misogynistic views to
thank God I got out clean on that one. But you know, you have all influences that come together, and I mean, it seems obvious when you say it out loud, but like until you actually make something that you think is like, oh, this is what I like, this is what I do.
Something that you want to hear and
Yeah.
you want to play.
Yeah, because I mean, the whole purpose of writing music is to make something that you want to hear,
Right.
because it's not existent, you know. And why else would you just write Kiss songs?
Right.
Fuck, I don't know why I pulled that back.
I don't know why Kiss had to come into this,
God.
but so did you then, I guess, essentially get tired of listening to all the music you had been here? I'm tired of hearing all this crap in my life. I need to hear something I want to hear.
Essentially, I mean, it's not out of desperation. It's not like I'm a fucking philanthropist and I'm like, this is my gift to the world. You see, there's plenty of starving children in Africa that have never heard my band, and I think that's just a crime.
But also, it is.
But also, yeah, fucking download Spotify. What are you?
What are you?
What are you?
Anyways, why is Africa always got to get thrown under the bus? I think we should throw more of these Asian countries into there.
I agree. I mean, I was gonna say Africa is huge, but Asia is arguably much bigger, and not even
Yeah.
arguably.
But so I think it's easier to speculate over their poorer regions.
You know, I think it's probably just in the zeitgeist to say like starving children in Africa,
Because
which
of
is
the commercials?
yeah, because of that. Because tech companies keep on being like, we made a new processing chip to save the world.
In Africa.
In
mostly.
Africa, we're giving water to
Free
children.
water,
Pretty much.
yeah.
I mean, not really, but you know,
I
we're
say
making computers.
I don't know why I said free water, as if the water they had, like that's what
It's already free. It's just
that's
not
what-
good.
That's what the issue was.
Yeah.
It was that they had to pay more for it.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
still be gross.
You know, thank you for making me reflect on that, because that's probably just, you know, some racist bullshit that gets ingrained into society, which I brought up on, you know.
You know? You presented it.
Yeah, you gotta grow as a person.
I
That's
didn't
something.
say racist. The white guy did.
That's me. Hello.
So was it a band that you started writing in, or was it kind of solo stuff? that
I
you were working
started
on?
writing solo stuff a lot. I would just have journals, which I've unfortunately discovered recently.
Well, that'll come back to bite you.
It's not great.
Been there.
Yeah, and it's not that anything's problematic. It's just you read through and you're like, oh fuck,
cringy.
yeah, cringing your teeth through your jaw. And then I ended up going to performing arts college, and I hung out there for a while. It was more of a theater.
You hung out there?
I mean, I went to college there.
I went to this random performing arts college, and just they let me hang out for a few days. And
yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't think I gained any education from that, but I just got drunk for a year.
Nice.
So it was
the experience.
Oh yeah, I loved it because I was 21 when I ended up going to college for the first time because I already graduated from GRCC, Grand Rapids Community College.
Oh yeah, if you don't know,
this is gonna have a wide reach. So
this is going national.
Yeah, but so I had a degree and I was like, well, I haven't just been able to, I guess, get drunk with people my age.
Because GRCC didn't have a lot of, college parties and whatnot.
They were just house parties and then,
Yeah.
But I didn't also have any friends.
I think we've covered that.
Yes, yeah. I think it's...
Antisocial Chris.
Hello, that is I.
I wasn't antisocial as much. What was your problem, Chris?
What was my problem? That's a good question. I have a lot of social anxiety. I write about that a lot. Like, if you look at any of my music, it's pretty much just about me being terrified to go outside of my house.
Nice. Agoraphobia is a relatable thing.
It's scary, man. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. You get in conversations with people. And I think everyone, their own biggest critic, especially to artists.
Right.
And like any conversation that I've ever had under a magnifying glass, I'm just like, remember that one time that I said that stupid thing? And I'm just like, fuck me. Why am I like this?
Yeah, and that happens to me, especially like that specifically. Whenever I see that person again, I'm always reminded of, remember when you bombed that conversation last time?
Yeah.
Better try to
you gotta try really hard.
It.
Yeah. You gotta double down on the jokes.
No, that's almost never the answer.
I know it isn't. It's a wall.
But it's usually the approach. And you know what? Who are we to stop this process?
Exactly. I mean, as a comedian, I'm sure that you understand like how I mean, not to put feelings towards you or anything, but like
go on.
Fuck. How like insecure you need to be in order to try to be funny.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, that's all of my friends.
Exactly, yeah.
How much joy you have to not have, maybe internally. This is just personally now.
Oh, yeah.
But how much joy you have to lack to not only, just like you said, you wanted to make art, music that you wanted to hear.
Right.
Because you hadn't heard that. Me as a comedian, and I think many comedians, they go out to, I guess, manifest this joy that they have not seen and that they want to have or see, and our only way is to bring that joy out in others.
It's a defense mechanism,
Yeah.
The only way you can disarm people in like conversations is to be funny. So I mean, if you're honest and like open, people will normally think you're weird, and also it's like just a raw place to be.
Right.
So,
honest, that's vulnerability.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
It's a bunch of bullshit.
Vulnerability starts with a V and it sounds like vagina, and I don't have that.
It's debatably. It sounds like vulva, if anything.
Okay.
If we're
definitely, actually.
There you go.
Same first three letters, but also that word I've seen more girls cringe. Oh yeah,
over the word vulva?
Yeah, than other lady parts.
Why don't? Yeah, I mean, I guess I was just gonna say like, why in regular conversation when genitals get brought up, it's always specific parts of vaginas, but never specific parts. I'm just saying, there's only two parts to a man. There's a dick and there's a ball. And it's like that's all you got.
And then the shaft, what the fuck? That's the dick.
That's the dick.
We're good.
Yeah.
And when you bring up a vagina or even breasts, there's just all these parts.
It's a moving target.
It's a moving target. Life is a moving target.
Life is also a highway. Rascal Flatts, best band since Skinnerd.
Oh.
Jokes.
I was completely serious.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. So, what was your first original band? You know what? I don't care about that. So after so after you go to college, after you go to performing arts school or whatnot, what was your next move after that?
I came back and then I hung out with Alex and our mutual friend Blake. Well, I met Blake through Alex, and we ended up forming Stubborn Strays. And then later on down the road, through a series of weird, twisted events, we ended up meeting Haley.
That's odd.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was a bizarre time, but
Actually, you know what? I think I've heard of these weird twisted events.
yes, I don't want to put her story on blast or anything, so
Just fine.
I'll leave it vague.
I'll just leave it vague and questionable.
And yeah, so she can explain that. If you ever see Haley Potter at a bar, corner her and ask her how she met us.
How did you met? How did you met?
How did you met Chris Coble?
Chris Coble.
That's
What
me.
you gotta say.
Fuck.
How did you met Chris Coble?
Ah, God, got that a lot in high school.
And Coble?
Yeah, I walked with.
Buble? Was that any? No one ever compared you to.
I don't think he
Buble?
was alive at the time.
I'm sure he was.
I mean, but not like culturally alive. Not relevant.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's older than us.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm 27 tonight, man.
Yeah, man. Who's to say you're the old one in here?
This is
You're
me.
actually, besides Devron, you are the oldest person to be in this studio.
It's weird because I constantly feel my age creeping up because time is a flat circle that will eventually crush us all under its heel.
Right.
But like I was at my parents' house the other day, and you've been there. My parents have a pool, and I had goggles on, and I was splashing around, and then I came up, and I was like, I don't think I've ever seen my dad swim before. And I was like, do you think when my dad was 27 years old, he was flopping around in a pool, like with goggles,
With goggles on?
chasing
No.
after like toy submarines? Probably
Also,
not.
I don't think anyone in their that's 27 years old is in a pool with goggles on because they understand the pain that can just come from opening your eyes underwater.
And you just accept it.
Exactly. It's
Fuck.
not that bad.
That's wow. That's toxic masculinity. If I've ever fucking heard it.
And I didn't say any man that's 27 years old. I think I said any person that's
Toxic
27
masculinity
years old.
applies to men and women, my dude.
My dude. All right. See, now we're just in a circle here of the patriarchy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, and that's not something I promote on this podcast.
Just because I brought up your fragile masculinity doesn't mean you try to throw me under that particular bus.
All I'm saying, you brought up masculinity. Now it's time to dismantle the patriarchy.
Okay, I can get behind that.
Amen.
Let's us two men tell women how to do it.
Yes. Well, I mean, who else is going to tell them?
They're not gonna figure it out.
They're not going to figure it out themselves. Who? Plus, we would be. You can't take down the system without having instructions from the system. You know, we are the system.
This is how to
Let us help
dismantle
you,
us.
you idiots.
You fools. This is a slippery slope that we're going down.
I would assume everyone knows we're joking. All right, we're going to get back to this art stuff. So, Stubborn Strays.
Yes, yeah. It was the first actual band that I wrote in, and it was very good for a very long time. And nothing will touch that. We made some good music. I think some of it.
You're in a different band right now,
Yes.
correct? Okay, just making sure. Go
Yes.
ahead. Nothing will touch Stubborn Strays. Continue.
No, wait. I mean, nothing will take away the polished sheen that my memory has on that band. We had some great times. We made some great music. We had a lot of laughs. That band, unfortunately, all great things must come to an end.
Right.
That's not necessarily true. Think of one great thing that's never come to an end. Fucking ice cream.
South Park. But yeah, ice cream.
There you go. Yeah. Yours is more relevant, I guess.
I guess.
It depends. I'm not going to fall down. I keep.
Are you going to say great? Or were you going to say it depends
Oh,
on...
I was just going to say it depends on ice cream's cultural relativity. I feel like it's always there, but I didn't want to... That's why I didn't want to get into this topic, because I didn't want to discuss the desserts of the world.
Although I do think pies have been almost always culturally relevant.
At least in America.
Well, you got to look at ice cream. Ice cream isn't available in other places.
Why?
Climate.
Oh, it's hot other places, isn't it? And they don't have the cold things that keep them
Right,
cold.
like ice.
Ice. Cream. But they have cream, right?
Well, yeah, so they can maybe have a milkshake, but it'll be kind of warm.
It's just milk.
Yeah, and they shake it up.
Yeah.
That's what cream is.
It's just a foamy milk.
Maybe a little chocolate.
Where were we? Anyways, Stubborn Strays. Yeah, we...
Where is this going?
Hey.
Ew.
Yeah.
So Stubborn Strays, what we're saying 4 years ago, 5?
Yes, I believe we started out in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. We started out as a busking band, so we would just play on the street with like open cases for money.
Downtown.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
assume.
And, that was questionably lucrative occasionally. One time my mom saw some kids busking outside of a Walmart, and she went up to them and she was like, my son does this downtown, and she gave them a couple dollars, and they were like, panhandling?
My son's homeless downtown.
You know, proud of that kid. What a stunner he turned out to be.
She says with a smile on her face, oh, my son does this.
Bless her heart.
Oh, he's got a drug problem since, about 6 years, but he's coming out.
Can't kick it, but here we are. Life is a highway.
Oh. I want to ride it. Anyways.
Sure.
Ew.
Nah. Let it fly.
So from busking to paid shows ever?
Paid is a strong word to use.
Paid is a strong word.
Wow, that's a good one. But we really, really, really didn't get paid.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I think we were all kind of in our infancy of learning the music industry, which, I'm not going to say that I am some fucking mogul as far as navigating that world still.
But getting into the scene and the industry in general is,
And we ended up becoming, like, relatively popular in Grand Rapids.
I had heard of you.
Oh, really?
Maybe. That's all I got.
That's okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Because when, my nose. When Haley had told me about the Stubborn Strays before, I had always thought that name sounds super familiar. And so I'm assuming, like I've seen already,
right?
You guys played with one of my friend's bands.
Very probable.
Which, yeah.
The scene is lava, and we're all burning alive in it. But
yeah. I mean, I've seen you, Mick Weakerton, play with Casa Blue and Crooked Spires.
Yes.
Which I am acquaintances with both of the fronts of those bands.
Yes. And I believe we played with Further Closer also once.
Yes,
well.
I would assume so.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. Did you?
I think. I don't know.
Probably. He didn't tell me anything. I didn't.
No, he ran sound. Never mind. I lied about it. I'm sorry.
And it was probably Crooked Spires.
It probably was Crooked Spires. You're right. I believe that was in Holland. There you go.
Park Theater. Anyways.
It's a blur.
But you dismantle at some point.
Yes. Yep. We all kind of went our separate ways. Not all of us. Me and Alex remained to make music together. We are now 3-piece with our friend and roommate, Will Mockmer. He was in the Grand Rapids band Crash. They were like a pop punk sort of
I think
outfit.
of the movie Crash.
Yes.
With Miles Teller.
I always think of the movie Crash.
I haven't seen the whole thing, though.
Sandra Bullock's in that, right?
No clue.
I don't like Sandra Bullock anyways. It's okay.
Okay. Here's one for you. Sandra Bullock. Jennifer Lopez. Oh, come on.
Chris Christopherson.
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's a third. Oh, I almost had her name. Oh, shoot.
You've got this. Want me to rub your temples?
Who's Miss Congeniality?
Sandra Bullock.
Okay, then who's Stepmom?
Stepmom. In what?
The movie Stepmom.
There's a movie called Stepmom?
Okay, yeah, it has Susan Sarandon. And,
Is it Susan Sarandon?
No, it's the, oh, jeez. Anyways, these are 3 actresses.
Okay. Yes.
That for the life of me, I could not tell apart.
Oh.
Like, I just thought they were all the same. And, like, in hindsight, Jennifer Lopez doesn't look a ton like Sandra Bullock.
Are you Rosario Dawson? I'm just going to throw another one out there. Just guessing.
Nope. Man, I really wish I could think of her name. I'm going to look up the movie real quick.
You do that.
Yeah, but the movie was Stepmom.
Stepmom.
Susan Sarandon played a mother. And
a stepmother, perchance?
Nope, a mother.
Sorry.
And I can't check my phone because it's recording the podcast. But
hello.
The
You want me to do it? Is that what you're asking me?
No, I got it.
I feel like I'm like one step closer than you.
All right, so but the mother, it was a younger woman, was.
You know what? I have heard of this movie.
Was okay, and you know what movie it really made, or what song it really made famous to me?
Stacy's mom?
No.
It was just a good guess, though, wasn't it?
No, it was.
Okay.
It was. Listen, baby.
Oh.
Julia Roberts.
Holy shit. You know what? I have seen this movie. My parents owned it on VHS.
Baby.
Me and my sister used to watch this movie all the time.
Same.
You've just
Me
done
and
it?
my sister.
Wow.
And
Small world.
My sister and I should say. But Yeah, it was my favorite movie, and that was my favorite song.
Yeah.
And so when I saw it in Remember the Titans, I was like, hell yeah, this is going to be a good movie. It really didn't make any sense for the basing. But
Well, you know, the kid gets in a car accident or something. Ryan Gosling's in there for a sec.
yeah, this is a good movie.
Damn.
Decent characters.
Denzel pulls it together a bit.
A bit.
Yeah. I also saw that one when I was a child, so like, who knows if it was good or not? You know.
Who knows where it was? It's about racial stuff. I don't know.
Yeah. Probably good.
I wasn't. The racial stuff probably good.
Well,
Warranted.
maybe.
Listen. Okay, now that song's stuck in my head. I got too much going on.
There's a recording studio right over here if you want to lay it
We
down.
go lay down some hot licks.
We can. Yep.
Phrasing. So Meek Weakerton,
Yes.
your 3-piece.
Hello.
When did that? And that started in what? 2017, 18.
2018. We put out our first album, Lungfishopolis, to rave reviews.
2 rave reviews?
2 rave reviews. The rest of them, not quite as good.
No, they just weren't as enthused.
Yeah,
you know?
they were reserved fans,
Which warranted once again.
understandable. Yeah, we put out that album. It was a cool passion project. Kind of just I wanted to incorporate a lot of. I'm a fucking nerd. You can probably tell by looking at me.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Sega.
Practically bioluminescent.
What did you get for your birthday? Just recently.
Recently? Oh shit! What did I get for my birthday? Oh, from Alex. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I totally forgot. I was blanking on it. Yeah, I just got a Sega Genesis. I can't think of the word. Emulator. There it is. Thank you. So I can play Sega Genesis on my projector screen in my house.
Nice. And now, what's your favorite game to play?
On Sega Genesis?
Yes.
You're gonna put me on blast for this, aren't you? I love Tetris.
Nice.
Fucking love Tetris.
That's awesome.
It's
man.
a classic. Mega Man is close second.
Okay, but you enjoy Tetris the most.
I fucking love Tetris.
And
dude.
yeah, I'm gonna put you on blast just a little bit.
I know there's a lot to choose from, but it's a pinnacle.
Just hearing Alex tell me about it, he was like, and he was so excited for Tetris.
I fucking love Tetris.
All the games.
Life is so complicated, and we have to fight through all of these different problems every goddamn day. Why can't I just watch some blocks fall?
Exactly.
I know where to put them. Sometimes it gets hectic, but then if you fuck up, just restarts again.
See, exactly.
If everything could be so simple.
I think life actually is that simple. We just make more out of it.
I never get any straight blocks too. That's not a.
Oh, really? Not in real life, or
I mean, yeah, not in real life.
In real life, I can never find any straight blocks.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's hard to find straight blocks around these parts. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you can come out to Zealand Soccer Tech. I was
gonna say you guys got a lot of corn. I passed 2 barns in the way, which I'm 95% sure I've seen on a Nightmare before.
On the same street, I'm sure.
Yes. Yeah.
That's. I believe that's an omen from the old Greek times.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think was Jeepers Creepers shot here? Or?
Oh yes, no, that was A lot of people are not aware that was in Zealand.
Yeah. Big tax
Also,
cuts, I'm sure.
Children of the Corn. Also, that was just over in Dren.
Fuck, that's why they got corn.
Yeah, that's why. I mean,
It's just a prop from
we
the movies.
only have corn for commercial shoots.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh wow. So it's literally just movie props. Plastic corn.
Plastic corn. You wouldn't imagine the forest fires we have. Well, they're not forest fires, but
Corn fires.
corn fires.
Popcorns.
Stock fires.
Yeah, that works.
Like stock.
Like
pile.
Starfire. Sure.
Stock footage.
Yeah, we're doing word association now, huh? Is that what this has devolved into?
Stock photos. Yes, definitely de-evolution.
Yeah,
Devolution.
Wow. That's a good name if Devron ever starts like a EDM career.
Devolution.
Devolution is pretty tight.
I like that. That would be good.
Give that to him.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would give it to him if he was still here with the camera. But he left to go take care of his daughter or something.
Dumb. Responsibilities.
Freaking idiot.
I'm going to play Tetris after this.
Yeah, anyways. My kid's probably sleeping. It's 5 p.m.
Jesus Christ.
Kidding.
Oh, I have the same sort of thing going on lately.
No, me too.
Quarantine is so fucking weird, dude.
Yeah, time is a myth. And reality is a suggestion.
What's your sleep schedule right now?
Oh, well, I've been working the whole time.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
I just had today off.
Oh, nice.
But no, my sleep schedule, when I get to sleep is, who knows?
Right.
That's dependent on the day. But every day I wake up by like 6:30.
Christ on a cross stitch. That is early.
Well, I gotta be at work by 7:45 every day.
I guess that is the responsible thing to do if you have to wait. You get up at like an hour and a half before you have to be at work.
I try to.
Wow. That's very adult-like of you.
I
don't know why I'm surprised when anyone acts like an adult because I'm a
younger
fucking
than
child,
you.
Yes. No, I know. I'm a goddamn child. No one's more aware of it than I am.
No, I've tried to, because I sleep so much. Like when I do wake up in time, I'm like, oh, I can. That's because I'm a master procrastinator. Like my biggest strength has always been just waiting to the last minute.
Yeah.
And so when I wake up an hour and a half early, I give myself so much time to procrastinate that I've made myself feel better because I get to do what I'm really good at in the morning.
Wow.
Which is procrastinate.
It's not work if you love what you do.
Exactly. And then once I get to work, I lollygag throughout the day.
Yes.
And so what usually would be like a 6-hour job turns into a 14-hour job, but it's because I like what I do.
That's good.
You know.
That's 16-hour, I don't know, play sesh, really.
Yeah. It's a real fun day.
Yeah, that sounds good. When quarantine started, I was waking up at like 8 every day, which was relatively early for me.
Yeah, that seems productive.
It was. No longer.
I was just gonna say it was.
Those are days past. I recently got a video game that me and Alex have been playing up until about like 3:30, pretty much every night. So I think I laid in bed. I had to do a bunch of tax stuff, some cool tax biz. I'm an adult, remember?
Right. No, yeah. And now it's July, right?
July 21st. Yes.
Okay, and you're doing your taxes now?
No, I had to get. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Here's an interesting problem I may have. I'm a contract worker, so I don't have to pay taxes until the end of the year.
Right.
And so usually when I have to pay taxes at the end of the year, it's a fuckload of money.
Yeah.
And I went to my tax guy to get my taxes back. And yes, it is July. I am doing it very late. You're not wrong about that part. But it was pushed back because of coronavirus. It's all kosher.
Yeah, we couldn't see each other.
Yeah, we wanted to. We were sending texts a lot.
We were trying. I was trying to get them done earlier. Believe me.
Yeah, but he gave me my taxes back. And he's like, "You only owe like $100." And I was like, "That's wrong. I don't know what happened, but I'm terrified of it." So I keep on leaving messages on his phone, being like, "Hey, I don't think that you don't know how to do your job. I'm sure it's right, but like, what? Can you tell me why?"
But can you just further explain this to me, because I will live in this anxiety.
This is going to be my life for the next 7 years until they legally cannot audit me anymore.
Yeah, until I know I am off the hook for this.
Yeah,
I will be questioning every hour.
It's a fucking big old semi in my rear view, just tailing me for the rest of my life, for the next 7 years at least.
Well, semis can't pull you over, so.
I mean, they probably could if they wanted to.
They'll run you off the road first.
Yeah.
I drive near a semi. I think that sounded. I drive a vehicle that is
fucking weird
almost
flex.
a semi. Yeah,
Okay.
I drive near semis all the time.
Hunter, I was on the highway earlier. I know what a semi is.
Well, I've seen a couple semis. I don't want to split any hairs here. All right. So, besides Joke Thief, is there any other?
Shit. It's not anything I want in the general populace, but all right.
Yeah, well, you're not like an actual like comedian, as in like you don't go on stage and tell jokes and things like that.
I
was gonna say, is there any? Have you gotten into the realm of comedy in any other way? The public.
I've always wanted to make a set for comedy, but I honestly just don't believe in myself enough.
Well, so you're halfway there.
Yeah, perfect. I'm practically a comedian in that sense.
I was just going to say, you just need to go to 2 more open mics, and I think you've got it.
Thank you. I mean, everyone that I went to high school with told me that I should write for Saturday Night Live, so clearly that's come to fruition, and that's going really well for me.
So far. Yes.
And I do a little bit of light writing. I bought a typewriter. I am like fucking super pretentious.
I've seen the scripts.
Thank you.
You are pretentious. That is fact.
I'll take that.
But also not an awful writer. Not an awful writer. There you go.
Not a awful writer.
An.
This is a grammatical nightmare. writer.
You're not. It's an awful.
Yeah, no, you're right. I'm a terrible writer.
I'm gonna throw this. All right, this mic, these cameras, they're all going out the window after this podcast is done.
Okay, there's a couple to choose from in here. It's a very cool room, though.
Cool windows. Yeah, I love this space.
Yeah.
If you were cool enough, maybe you could come record here sometime.
That'd be tight as hell.
Like I said, if you're,
Yeah, it's a big ask.
yeah, from you. Yeah, we're asking a lot from you.
God, I feel like, was I invited to a roast on accident?
No, but you're the most playful person I could play with.
That's
so
all right.
It's fun. I'm sorry.
No,
it's been
all right.
a long day. People are mad at me.
Fucking taking out frustrations on me. God damn, I'm
Exactly.
a punch. Hey, you want to come over and maybe I can beat the shit out of you for a couple hours?
But also, we'll get your name out there.
That works for me. I hate crime. Ooh, that's a... cut that one. Cut that one out. For sure.
Okay, so Mick Weakerton. I think we had got to Mick Weakerton's debut album.
Yes, yeah, we did. Yada, yada, yada. Played a few shows.
Boom, quarantine.
Boom,
Here
quarantine. We got a second album that went out there a little while ago called Dweeb. They're kind of both concept albums. They're both about a half an hour long. They're circular. They loop into each other.
They're circular, like CDs?
I mean, the CDs also themselves are circular, but the musical concept itself is a circle where, you know, if you play it from front to back, it'll... I was, one band that I can't remember that I'm a huge fan of.
I thought you were going to say that I was in. I can't remember.
Another band that I was in was Smashing Pumpkins, which is a band that I still like a lot, even though Billy Corgan seems a lot like a dickhead.
Oh, I thought you were going to say stole your shine.
Billy Corgan also stole my shine.
But yeah.
I wasn't making music at the time, but if I would have, he would have fucking took the wind right out of my sails. Sure.
Understandably so.
There's a lot of wind. There's a lot of wind here.
Sorry, but what were you saying about... Wait... Smashing Pumpkins was just a random...
No, I was going to say, like, the inspiration for... I have relatively become obsessed with the concept of... Not necessarily a concept album, but albums that kind of feed into each other with, like, you know, you have an album, you got songs in it, that's all fine, but you connect the dots of the album, beginning and end, to where they can play into each other through a transition, and then sometimes you throw in, like, a musical motif somewhere in there. Boom, you got a fucking instant, like, art piece.
Right, and it's something
congruent.
that's more art than a collab... Because I don't want to say, like, albums are always collaborative.
Right.
Like, a collaboration of songs, I guess.
Yes.
Or a compilation of songs,
Yeah.
some could say. But when you have something that speaks to other aspects of itself, yeah, it is a full, complete work.
Yeah.
And I like that concept in itself.
Yeah, it makes it all more of a... Because I mean, I have a fucking Spotify. I'm not like a dude that, like, I only listen to vinyl and front to back. I do collect vinyl because, again, pretentious.
Right. No, we see you.
Yes.
We know.
Hello. But, I like to listen to albums to front to back if they're good, obviously.
Right.
There's winners that you can pick here and there, but...
I think, like, Tyler, the Creator, probably had, like, where's the first albums that I felt like I had to listen to all the way through.
Yeah.
And just because I was a huge, like, Odd Future fan, but especially Tyler, because he was telling a story.
Yeah.
Like, in Goblin or whatever. But he's, like... Throughout the whole album, he's talking to himself. He's talking to his therapist.
Yeah.
And like another Wolf, his other album, it's the same thing with Camp Flognaw. There's a reality in the skits and in the songs as well. They speak to each other and the relationships that have,
Yeah, it's conceptual. Same thing with like To Pimp a Butterfly and Damn.
Exactly. Yeah.
Front to back, like it's interesting to see. Even if it's not necessarily a story that's being told, just to see it all be like one solid piece of art.
Right.
That if you just want to, jam to a song, throw a song on, it's still a fucking banger. But, when it's all congruent, you're more inclined to, I guess, give more attention to what the artist is saying, which is what I've always felt. And that's why whenever I make something, I like to keep that in mind.
Because they have a message. And
right.
So not to say an agenda, but a manifesto, if you will. You have a manifesto that you want to.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you have a message.
I've hidden it under the Pentagon. So.
the hidden manifesto of Mick Weakerton.
That's it.
You can find those on WikiLeaks.
We're the Antifa leaders, actually.
And
you found us. You heard it here first.
I know a lot of dads that are looking for you.
And they're single in my area.
So, how do you feel about the 1%? How do you feel about, say, the rich?
I love them.
You love the rich.
No.
I was going to say, I've heard of a song, I think it was called Eat the Rich?
Yes. Yeah. There is a song on our second album called Eat the Rich. And that's pretty much specifically about Jeff Bezos.
Right, and I'm where you received a cease and desist
Yes.
from
Jeff,
Amazon.
From
Just
Jeff
in general.
himself. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It got to me in 2 days, though, so the shipping on that was incredible.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you. Yeah. I mean, no one becomes that rich without being a horrible fucking person.
Right.
You know, because there's so many, specifically with Amazon, if you look at an isolated case, he has so many workers that just are struggling on paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And this guy currently has more money to put all of them through whatever sort of fucking college or whatever they want forever.
Right.
And this guy just sits on his pile of money like fucking Smaug
And
from The
he'll
Hobbit.
dole out like fractions
Yeah.
of fractions from him.
Yeah.
And for publicity.
Because he's a fucking philanthropist. Yeah,
Exactly.
Bill Gates is same fucking boat.
If I threw 50 cents out to every homeless person I saw, you wouldn't call me a philanthropist. And also, I won't do that. But
It's
but it's the same concept because you're not giving much of anything compared to what you have.
not anything of substance, you
Right.
know. And you know, I don't have a fucking solution for what Jeff Bezos is going to do. I guess my only solution is like,
Kill him.
well, I was going
No.
to say strip him naked, walk him through the streets as he gives out all of his possessions, and we whip him, yell shame, that whole thing, and then he lives with a lesson.
Well, yeah. And I think that's a good lesson learned.
Yeah, a little bit of flagellation. That's it.
Yeah, I'm just happy you added the L's there.
That's Fergie's first album, right?
Yes, Fergalicious. Glad you added the L's. So I don't know why I was thinking of that Eat the Rich song, and I did really want it because I don't think. Well, obviously, it was talked about a lot when Bernie was in the race, but that was only because Bernie was bringing light to just the unhealthy. I don't want to say wage gap, but yes, wage gap.
Yeah.
Wealth gap in America, and I don't know. I don't talk about politics at all, but that is just stupid.
Oh, that's okay. I can get on a soapbox for you.
Oh, thank you. And it's not that I choose not to talk about politics; is I get worked up, and
Yeah.
it's not enjoyable for anyone.
The most of the time I talk about politics is when I go to visit my parents, and it's never really a fun conversation. It's usually just me being like yelling about the social elite.
Yeah. So I'm saying socialism. What? No, I have the same thing. Whenever I talk about politics, it's never in a fun time, like with my friends. Sometimes, very rarely.
Yeah.
But like, especially with comedians, we'll talk shit about politics, and then it's fun.
Yeah.
But
Jokes. It's
Yeah,
a good way to
exactly.
deflect, you know?
exactly,
Like we were
and
saying.
yeah, especially when we're in this current climate, we need a lot of jokes. But then I'll go
yeah.
over to my family's house, and then someone will be like, "Oh, Donald Trump's not racist," and then I'll flip my shit, and
fair.
I'm like, "All right, I'm just gonna leave."
Yeah. It's a hot take to have that he's not racist, though, I must say.
I thought so too, especially when you can call him misogynistic and a pig.
and everyone's like, yeah, well, they're all the same.
right. This person's argument was, I understand he's misogynistic and a pig, but he's still like one of the better leaders we've ever. I'm like, you can't have those things also in a league, but he's not racist.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a white woman, you're fine with him being misogynistic,
Right.
and you're addressing that, but you're just completely not choosing to address the racism, or
Well,
you
that's
don't
because,
see
you
it?
know, as a white woman, I'm only one half of the things that he's got a problem with. So,
Exactly.
like, that's the only thing the thing about Donald Trump, which, I mean, I don't want to, how did we end up here?
Here we go. The thing about Donald Trump. And let me tell you, I came here with this agenda.
People keep on thinking that he is some sort of like, how did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, we made
some
this
kind
happen.
of fluke, right?
Yeah, no, we made this happen by ignoring things. That's that's what cancel culture is too.
Mm-hmm.
It's just an amalgamation of people being ignored for long enough that people are
Exactly.
fucking mad about it. And like cancel culture can suck sometimes because it gets directed in the wrong energy.
But it can be a positive.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the way a pendulum swings. Who is that? Linkin Park?
Yeah, for sure, dude.
watch
Oh,
Fly
also
By
Linkin
by-
Park, another band I loved in high school.
But watch it fly by as the pendulum swings.
Watch it go down to the end of the day. Clock ticks life away. It's so unreal. We can do this for a while if you want. Studio's right over there.
Watch the time go right out the window. But so like you said, it is an amalgamation. Like it's in a cumulative sum of all of this ignorance and like you said, people who haven't been heard. Mm-hmm. That's been this side of the pendulum.
Yeah.
And so before we can get back to we went way past the middle.
Oh,
yeah. That's funny. That's always the fastest part.
Yeah.
That you pass
It
in
is,
a
isn't
pendulum
it?
is the middle.
Uh-huh.
That's when you're moving the fastest, right past it.
I mean, it's impossible to not have an opinion about this. And so, and that's why we live in a bipartisan system. That doesn't fucking work, obviously.
Right.
Because it's like, well, you either feel this way or you feel this way. If you're in the middle ground, then like there's no one here for you to choose. So pick a side.
Exactly.
Even when both sides can be arguably horrible.
Right. And yeah, and I don't know, I forgot where I was watching stupid Facebook videos.
Probably
But
Facebook.
I would assume.
Yeah.
But I think it was on, basically, it was being explained, a different voting system. Is it ranked place voting?
Like cell phone voting from American Idol?
Yes. No, I don't. Is that how they do that voting?
Sure.
Basically, you rank like your top 3 candidates or whatever.
Okay.
You would rank them basically, or you would rank all of the candidates.
Yeah.
And whoever has like, I don't know. I stopped studying political sciences forever
Hey,
ago.
man, you're the one that brought up politics, is all I'm saying. I didn't drag you here. You voluntarily walked.
All
to
right,
it.
I'm back.
All right.
So now, so Mick Weakerton has 2 albums.
Yes,
2?
yes, we do. We are working on a third tentatively. Been a little waylaid with the whole, end of the world.
Right. Well, I mean, pending doom.
Yes, we have a single that's coming out relatively soon. There's no date on it. It's called A Square with No Edges. And
That's a circle.
yes, that is also the joke. Because it's about time, which is...
Did I ruin it?
No, it's okay.
Okay.
No, this week on Explaining the Joke.
Shit. Wow. Did I ruin the joke?
I blew this thing wide open.
Is that the joke?
Is that the joke? Because that would be a good day for me, honestly. If you're
If I made a joke and somebody understood it, that would be a good
that would
day
be a
for
good day for me, honestly.
Oh.
But yes, yeah.
This is about the part where the video stops. So I'm sorry about it, but feel free, continue listening. The audio's still here. We're gonna throw Chris's handles and where to find the art, Mick Weakerton on Spotify, things like that. But enjoy the rest of the audio, and thanks for listening so far.
So we've got 2 albums out, working on a third, possibly to be named and probably recorded. A lot of the songs are there though. I've been busy in the studios, just recording as a whole fiasco.
Right. Of course.
the thing.
You got to get the personnel in there,
This is true.
Well, I enjoyed my time at your space.
Yeah, thanks for
Your
swinging by. It was
workspace,
fun.
your creative space. It was fun to see you guys in too. I do miss just watching bands jam and musicians.
Yeah.
Musical friends.
Yeah.
Musical sounds like a
It's my other podcast is Chris Coble and Music Friends.
and music friends.
Yeah.
Ooh, fun. All right.
Don't look for it. It's not real.
I was gonna say, but we do have a podcast to promote for you that is real.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Israel.
It has nothing to do with politics. by the
Israel
way.
Talks with Chris Coble.
Yeah.
All they talk about is Palestine and Israel, correct?
And I've got some interesting takes.
Okay.
You're going to want to hear them because they're batshit.
Because they're bad shit, and by that we mean they have no basis.
Not good. Not informed. I'm not very informed on the subject, so I'm not going to make a stance.
Well, or not a strong stance.
No, it's me
anyways.
hemming and hawing for about an hour every week.
A lot of just wavering maybes. I don't know.
What do you think?
All right, so we have a single coming out soon. Tentative, no date.
Yes.
There's
Not tentative because that was a single that we had in the past. Also.
Okay.
There was a song that we released called Tentative that was a single a while ago.
Jesus. All right.
It was a bit of an insular joke for anyone that knows my music, so don't feel bad about not laughing at that one.
Oh, I wasn't feeling bad. I was just feeling annoyed.
Okay, good.
Oh, you know, okay.
Yeah, take your time.
All right, so we have a new single coming out. Square with No Edges.
Yes.
Look for it on Spotify, Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apple Music. Mick Weakerton, just look him up.
Google it.
That's big M, little C,
Little
big
C.
dub, W, EAK, ER,
Go in the right direction.
DON.
DON. Yes.
There we go. That's Mick Weakerton. And this has been Chris Coble.
Hello.
Chris, do you have, I was going to, Twitter?
I do have a Twitter. I am not the best tweeter, but I do have a Twitter. You can find me at I guess the at is redundant at this point. You can find me at Chris Can Dunk.
Chris can dunk. You can dunk?
I was about to go pro, but I tore a hammy, so.
Makes sense. Makes sense. It's funny you didn't mention anything about sports.
Yeah, it's a dark part of my past that I choose not to delve into. But
You know what? Makes sense.
But yeah, you can find me there. I have a podcast of my own called Lost the Script
Yes.
with me and my friend Kean Hagstrom, and every week we take a look at a movie poster for a movie we've never seen, and then we make up we just pitch a movie of our own. It's a fun time.
Pitch a movie from the poster.
Yes, we make up a movie. It's usually fucking heinous and totally wrong. And then in the second part of the podcast, we watch the movie and we give a review of it because we both like movies a whole bunch.
Nice.
And we're both very funny boys.
Okay. Funny boys.
One of us is at least a very funny boy, and the other one is me, and I'm Chris
Funny
Coble.
boys with an I.
Funny
BOIS.
Also, our hip hop
Boys.
group that's coming out with an album very soon.
Funny boys.
We got our finger on the pulse.
Funny Boys hip hop album.
Funny boys. Seth Rogen produced it.
I love it. It's beautiful. Look for Lost the Script on Spotify.
Yeah, Spotify, SoundCloud,
Nice.
wherever you want.
Wherever. You
iTunes.
named only 2 places. So.
YouTube, sometimes.
Okay.
You can find us on Instagram at LostThePod, or you can email us at lostthepod@gmail.com if you ever have a movie poster you want to send us. Or just, on Facebook.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Chris, for joining me today.
Thank you for
This has
having
been a wonder to talk to you. Not saying wonderful, but it has
It's been interesting.
a wonder. We thank you guys for listening and watching. If you did, this has been Where Is This Going? If you want to send us an email, you can send it to whereisthisgoingpod@gmail.com. Follow us on Spotify, subscribe on YouTube. Where Is This Going? And thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeehaw. Perfect. Got it in mind.